Chelsea 6, Wolves 2. Joao Felix scores on his second debut for Chelsea. Pedro Neto gets the assist, but Madueke and Cole Palmer will steal the show. Probably Madueke after his Instagram shenanigans, then to go and drop a hat-trick on Wolves after all the booing of him. But Cole Palmer doing what Cole Palmer does best: goals, assists, influencing the game. Cole Palmer in the right, drifting to the right half space. Madueke, a proper dribbler, touchline winger, going down the right-hand side, and that was absolutely lethal. Wolves could not deal with Chelsea's right-hand side, but when Neto came on the left-hand side, there was a lot more danger up that flank as well. Neto's sheer pace for the Joao Felix goal was insane if you watch it back, and I'm not going to lie, I'm a Man United fan. I'm going to give you my opinion on the Chelsea game as a neutral. My three standout players actually were Palmer, Madueke, and Colwill. Colwill was so good on the ball. I'm going to give you my opinions as a United fan on the Chelsea game. I'm not going to lie, I was hoping Wolves were going to get something from that because I don't think Chelsea had the best first half. They were good on the ball. They've got so much attacking quality, but I think off the ball, so I think Casado had the best game. Mudryk, I'm not going to talk about Mudryk. Just it doesn't seem he needs to step up. Let's just say. Defensively, like I think that Colwill and Fofana is a good partnership, but and I don't think it was necessarily on them, bar like the header. But I do think defensively Chelsea have vulnerabilities. They've got so much attack quality in attack. You know, you've got Nkuku, Joao Felix, and Neto to come off the bench today. That just shows the quality you have in attack. Like you've got that Mark Gui guy also looks like he could be a baller. It's just maybe where Chelsea are more vulnerable was off the ball defensively. But because Chelsea could just hit Wolves on the transition and they could utilise their attack, it was lethal today. And I was hoping Wolves were going to get something for the game, but the way Chelsea came out in the second half, they were incredible. Madueke and Cole Palmer, that link up was insane. Absolutely insane. Now, I said in literally a live show I did last week, what 4 players would you take at Man United? Someone asked me. And I said Cole Palmer, obviously, because he can play 10, he can play centrally. We will need a long-term Bruno replacement. I said Levi Colwill. People laughed at me, but I said, no, that guy's a baller. Left centre-back, could play left-back if needed, very good on the ball. I said Lavia if he could stay fit. And I said Noni Madueke. And people said, what do you mean Noni Madueke? And I said, look, Sterling, Mudryk, but I said enough of Madueke to know there's a good player there that's raw. And I know that he's very suited to what Maresca wants from a system, a touchline winger. He'd be very good under Ange Postecoglou. He'd also be very good on Ten Hag. I've always said there's a good player in Madueke. You just need to get his head down. And today, you saw what a good player Madueke was. 3 goals, 1 key pass, 6 shots. Palmer got a goal and 3 assists as well. And their link-up was unbelievable because Palmer's not really going to be at his best as a right winger in Maresca's system because Palmer's not really about pace, he's more about technical ability. He's a pass-first winger, whereas Madueke is a dribbler, a carrier, and Maresca wants a carrier out wide and more of a passer in the middle. And that link-up was unbelievable. Chelsea on their counter-attack is what tore Wolves apart. Wolves got destroyed, absolutely destroyed on the counter-attack. The pure fierceness of Chelsea's attack was terrifying. Like, it worries me as a United fan because I don't want to finish below Chelsea. I want Man United to have a good season. I don't want Man United to be the big club that finishes the lowest. So I'm always thinking, well, you know what? I dislike Arsenal, I dislike City, and I dislike Liverpool a lot more than Chelsea. I actually don't mind Chelsea, but I don't want Chelsea to finish above us. But look, there's some weak spots there. I don't think Wolves are the best side, but they were unbelievable today. Absolutely unbelievable today. And I saw this. Madueke right wing, Palmer inside right. We called for it on the Maresca video before he joined the club. It's what Pythagoras Boots said. He said, inject that combination into my veins. This is one of the most devastating combos in the league if you add gusto on the overlap instead of pure inversion. And he's right. Gusto, Madueke, Palmer. Even Reece James, if he can get back fit, that is a devastating right-hand side. They're scary. And you also have signed, who I think is one of the best young ballers in the world, Esteval, to potentially come through as well. Like, I think he's better than Endrick from what I've watched at Palmeiras, which isn't a lot. But you've got some ballers there. But, I mean, unbelievable performance. Nicholas Jackson also added a goal and assist. But your 22-year-olds, you've got the talent there. There's no doubt. The thing is with Chelsea, they have the talent. Maybe they need another centre-back, like a Ricardo Calafiore would have been a good addition, left-back, left centre-back. Potentially you need someone there, although I think Cole was brilliant. I think Fofana could be good. I think Tosin could be good. But, you know, Thiago Silva, his leadership. Maybe you need another centre-back. Maybe you need another DM because Lavia can't stay fit. And not Palmer, Casado just looked a lot better next to Lavia. But there's no doubt of the quality Chelsea have. Neto, Joao Felix, Madueke, Cole Palmer, Nkuku, I think is a baller. The quality that Chelsea have with Esteval, Gui, like it's insane. It makes me a bit jealous. But let's talk about Madueke. 3 goals, 11 out of 13 accurate passes, 1 chance created, 5 shots on target, 36 touches, and 3 recoveries. Let's go into more detail about Noni Madueke's game. So this was analysis I did when I spoke about Newcastle, maybe looking at Madueke in a video 2 months ago. Scored 8 goals and 3 assists in 19 starts at PSV, with a goal and assist every 106 minutes for PSV. So he scored 8 goals and 3 assists in 90 starts for Chelsea last season. He had a strong output at PSV with a goal and assist every 106 minutes. And he's a very direct player that likes taking on defenders, creating chances. He's a top dribbler. He's unpredictable. He's comfortable in tight spaces. He can break down low blocks. He's strong off the ball, but he's fast, powerful in transitions. I wrote that 2 months ago. What you saw today in Madueke was a player that was fast and powerful in transitions that can be devastating. You know, with Madueke, he's a good player. He was taking on defenders. He was causing trouble. Madueke was causing problems for Wolves all game. He's one of the most difficult wingers to go against 1v1. He's a top dribbler winger. I think Madueke is better than Doku. I said this 6 months ago. Madueke is the better player than Doku, but Doku got, I scored a few goals to the Man City hype. I will tell you this now, as a United fan, I've always said Madueke is better than Doku, but they're similar profile in terms of really good dribbler wingers, really good at taking people on, really good in tight spaces. But Madueke is also so technically good on the ball that he can dribble in tight spaces and play those 1-2s. But he's a guy that you give him space and he can use his pace and his directness. He's so fast, he's so powerful in transitions. And I believe he's got 3 of his goals on his right foot and 1 on his left. And I believe he is left-footed as well. So he's showing that he's a very two-footed player. I mean, ridiculously two-footed, very good on the ball. And I think he is made for Maresca ball. I generally say, you know, I can understand selling Madrid, which you're not. I think Sterling's probably better than Madrid, but I can understand selling Sterling. But Madueke, I was surprised he didn't start the last game. I don't know if you watched my overall thoughts on the game. I said that Neto and Madueke should start on the wing under Maresca because that's their touchline wingers that Maresca wants. But Madueke is made for Maresca ball. Cole Palmer. Do we even need to talk about how good Cole Palmer is? Like, it's not fair how good Cole Palmer is. I want him at United so badly. Man United fan, I just want him at United. But 37 goal contributions, 36 games. He'd never scored a Premier League goal for Manchester City before he joined Chelsea a year ago. And people were saying, why have Chelsea spent 40 million on this guy a year ago? People were laughing at it. For him to get 37 goal contributions in 36 games, yes, there's the odd penalty here and there. But, you know, it's still ridiculous numbers. You know, from midfield, that kind of numbers, midfield on the wing under 2 different managers, a guy that was doing it in the Chelsea side that hadn't been performing anywhere near their best, where he'd been let down by his players. It was ridiculous numbers. And now he's got good players around him. I think those numbers are going to improve. You know, I know that him and Joao Felix get in similar areas, and so does Nkuku, and they all operate best in the same zone. So it's going to be interesting to see if that works or how Maresca can make that work. But now he can facilitate Neto on the left, Madueke on the right. That's going to be insane for Chelsea. He got a goal, got 3 assists, created 4 chances, created 2 big chances. He was phenomenal, but he can now facilitate Neto and Madueke. Like, you've now got, if Neto can stay fit and Madueke can stay consistent, 2 unbelievable players that he can facilitate. But I don't want to talk about Colwill because I got laughed at last week when I said I would take Colwill at Man United. A lot of people in my stream were a bit negative about it. But I think Colwill on the ball is brilliant. His line-breaking passes, his passes into midfield, his comfortability to have the ball under the press, play those passes, split the lines of the defence into the midfield for Chelsea, helps Chelsea move the ball quicker, which further allowed Chelsea to be devastating on the transition. It was more of a Pochettino approach than a Maresca approach today for Chelsea. It was more of a transitional approach. But his ability to move the ball quickly, play the ball through lines of Wolves' defence, meant that Chelsea could move the ball quickly, and that was helping Chelsea attack quicker, which was giving them transition opportunities. I think him and Fofana did have a good game. I know they conceded goals. I know that the corner, Chelsea needs to be better in the air, and I think if he can improve in the air or have an aerially dominant partner next to him, he can be a top player for Chelsea. But he's a good dual winner on the ground. He can defend wide channels well. He's very good 1v1, but his ability on the ball is really, really good. You just need to pair him with an absolute monster off the ball, and I generally think that Colwill could be that centre-back for Chelsea if you pair with a monster off the ball. But let's talk about Neto and Joao Felix. The Portuguese connection showed today for Chelsea. And I have to say, Neto's pace, watch back the Neto goal. The pace, you'll see him make the run before he receives the ball. Neto's sheer pace is insane. Neto is a monstrous player when it comes to pace, transition, covering up ground. He can dribble the ball, cover ground. He can progress play better than anyone else. And the assist was unbelievable. with Neto, you know, he's got pace, you know, he can take people on, you know, in terms of ball progression, ball carrying as a winger, you're not going to get better. And final product with Neto is always insane. You know, his final ball is always really good. And I think that's something that Chelsea lack on the Mudryk. Sterling's inconsistent at times. Neto's final ball, I think Madueke's final ball has been inconsistent, but Madueke can score, and there's definitely fundamentals there. But Neto's final ball has always been one of his best assets. He's very good at delivering crosses. He can play on the left, he can play on the right. He's versatile. He was a demon today. He was absolutely incredible. And Joao Felix did very well for the goal. He was balling out. And the technical abilities of Joao Felix and Cole Palmer, the pace of Neto and Madueke, you know, Jackson's still technically very good and had a much better game. Like, Chelsea can be devastating with Nkunku as well. Like, their attacking link-up is insane. But I would say, look, Mudryk, I'm not convinced by him. He's had a lot of chances. And, you know, he was a good player in Ukraine, but Chelsea paid a lot of money for him. He seems like Chelsea's Anthony. You know, Man United have got Anthony, you've got Mudryk. He seems to be that guy that you kind of want it to work, but you're not convinced. And I think Chelsea still had vulnerabilities. Just because Chelsea won this game 6-2 doesn't mean they're going to go and storm the league, but it's going to be a brilliant confidence boost for them. It shows how good they are on attack. Defensively, there was weaknesses. Off the ball, they were a little bit open at times. They do look susceptible to conceding goals. They need to improve in terms of set-piece defending. I think Caicedo didn't have the best first half. I think Caicedo started poor at Chelsea. Then the last few months under Poch, he was really good when, obviously, Cucurella started inverting to midfield. I thought he was good versus City. But I don't know if it works right now. I feel like with Caicedo, he's a good player. And there's no doubt in my mind that I think he's been a lot better. He's not been as bad for Chelsea as online fans will try and make out. But I don't think he was particularly good today. And I think with Caicedo, it's about finding the best pivot for him. Because I don't think he works best with Fernandes in the pivot, because Fernandes likes to get forward. I think he works well with Lavia in the pivot. I think he works better when Cucurella inverts and gives him freedom. But I think it's about Caicedo being a good player, but maybe finding the best balance for him to succeed, because he's not a lone six. I thought Thiago Silva's leadership presence at the back was probably something that was missing. I think Chelsea, if they really wanted to complete the window, I know they want another winger, but I generally think a top centre-back that's good in the air. I think Tosin Adebari looked good, though. It would look good next to Colwill, and maybe a DM if Lavia cannot stay fit, but I do think Lavia's a baller. But I think the quality Chelsea have: Felix, Neto, Madueke, Gusto, James, Lavia, Palmer. I think they're all ballers, in my opinion, as a United fan. So I think Chelsea in a good place. Chelsea fans, let me know thoughts down below. Thank you for watching. Bye.